Hi, my name is Charles Freeland. This GoFundMe is to support a friend of mine whose picture you see on the screen right now. She's a single mom who has just recently left an abusive relationship. When I say abusive, I mean it was physically and emotionally abusive, and her partner was controlling to the point where he controlled the bank accounts, the all of the bills, the utilities, everything like that. So when she left, she pretty much had to leave everything behind. He cut off her phone, so she has to borrow other people's phones to make calls, to communicate with anybody. She's currently staying with supportive people, having to move around a little bit, sleeping on couches, on air mattresses, that kind of thing, which isn't an ideal situation. She is employed. She earns enough money to support herself. In fact, she has been the sole support of her and her son and her abusive ex for some time. He's been unemployed for a number of years, living off of her income. So she makes enough money to support herself. The problem is that she doesn't have access to the money she's made up until now because he controls the bank accounts. So our goal right now is to get her enough money to be able to support herself. She doesn't have transportation. Depending on where she's staying, she sometimes has to walk up to an hour to reach a bus pickup and then ride the bus to work. Sometimes her job requires her to work after public transportation ends, which means she needs to get a ride share home. But without a phone, without funds, that's obviously impossible, which means she misses out on shifts and that cuts into her income. So the goal is to get her enough money so that she can begin getting ride shares, that she can get herself a new phone, she can open her own bank account. Those are the immediate needs. The next hurdle is getting enough money set aside that she can make a deposit to get an apartment for her and her son. And that would go a long way towards getting her completely independent and away from her ex and in a safe place. The next step after that, ideally, is to get enough money for her to buy a car and solve the transportation issue. Those three things, having a job, which she already has, having a safe place to live, and having a car, would allow her to be fully independent and take care of her son on her own and start over in life. And that's what I'm asking for. Unfortunately, because of the situation, I'm obviously not using her name. So that's the situation. That's what I'm trying to solve here. With your help, we can. Already some donations have come in and helped immensely, helping her get groceries and get ride shares to work. So that's already making a dent. Everything that we can do to keep her independent keeps her away from him. We don't want to put her in a situation where her last resort is to go back to that relationship. So every little bit helps. The most helpful thing would be to share this with your friends, your family, and your community to extend our reach. The more people that we can reach, those small donations become big donations because it's just a little bit compounding. It helps immensely. So I just want to thank you in advance for your donations and just tell you how grateful she is. The outreach that we've seen already she's overwhelmed. She didn't expect anybody to help at all, and already we're making a huge dent in her life and giving her some hope. And that is more important than a lot of things, just being able to have the hope out there that she can have a better life. That makes a huge impact. So again, thank you so much. Every little bit helps. Please pass this on, share it on your social media, share it with your friends, your family, your community. It helps, it helps, it helps. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate everything you're doing.